100 for 100, the podcast for you movie watchers out there, you newer movie watchers to the game. You're trying to get your taste buds all settled on what movies and what genres you like. This might be a show that you want to listen to, man. I've taken 100 shows that I think every new movie watcher should check out at least once, and then I ranked them from 100 to 1 because I had nothing better to do with my time besides things that I actually need to do. And each one of those movies comes equipped with a 100-word review. And so you'll get a 100-word review of all 100 of these joints. That's why the title is 100 for 100. That's where it gets its name from. It makes very much sense. Me, your boy Seed, is the host of this bit of business, the creator of the Podbringer Podcast Network, where you can find all sorts of other fine pop culture-based podcasts out there. But we're not here to talk about those. We're here to talk about these movies. Yesterday, we talked about number 85, Moonrise Kingdom, the Wes Anderson joint from 2012. A delightfully odd movie. If you have not seen it, go ahead and check that out. Today, we go a little bit further back to 2004. Man, directed by Edgar Wright. A joint called Shaun of the Dead. It takes down the number 84 spot. And here is the 100-word review that accompanies Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead cemented its place by not only satirizing the zombie genre, but also by elevating it. The love and care that Wright and actors Simon Pegg and Nick Frost put into this project is apparent as the tone switches between tense drama and comedic ridiculousness without being too jarring or disruptive. As Shaun and his ragtag gang of companions navigate their way through a zombie apocalypse, Shaun's relationship with his ex-girlfriend Liz, as well as his relationship with his best friend Ed, changes drastically. Pop on over to the Winchester, enjoy a lager, and watch this film. Love me some Shaun of the Dead. This is, of course, the movie that brought a good number of Americans the talented works of Frost, Pegg, and Wright, which, you know, they have all gone on to do wonderful things like your Baby Drivers and your Hot Fuzzes and, you know, Simon Pegg doing the Star Treks, all that kind of good stuff. We'll talk about that later. Shaun of the Dead isn't crazy for me. It's what put them all on my radar, like I said. I haven't seen Spaced, though. You know, for a lot of people, that's for a lot of you Europeans. That's what really put them on the map, as a lot of us Americans have not watched it, unless you got BritBox, maybe. Even though this is technically a zombie apocalypse film, that's just the veneer that's slapped over the real story, which is about, like I said, relationships and growth and group dynamics. I think the group dynamics part of that is not really focused on when a lot of people talk about this, but it is something that's important. I really love Shaun going through his daily routine of him walking out and then walking over to the store and then buying whatever he's there to buy and putting the coins on the counter and then walking out he's walking through life completely oblivious, right? And then that's mirrored again the very next day when the zombie apocalypse hits. And there's just literally shit happening around him. He slips on the blood on the inside of the store. And he still hasn't noticed that things are happening because he is just so moving through the gray that is his life, just completely unawares and not noticing what's going on. And I completely understand why his girlfriend decides to break up with him, because he's stagnant in life and she is looking for something more, which is completely understandable. It makes sense. People need to grow. People want someone to grow with. Shaun was not growing. Some could say that Ed was holding him back, but that's a different story for a different day. My favorite scene out of this movie is the Mexican standoff in the Winchester with Shaun, Ed, and David when things are getting revealed, and it's a fine weaving in and out from drama to comedy. It is a wonderfully well laid out film. Second favorite is definitely the lookalike group that they bump into as they're on their way to their respective headquarters, hideouts, whatever you want to call it. For me, this is not as good as Hot Fuzz, but this film is a worthy addition to the zombie genre. And I really think you need to watch this before you watch Hot Fuzz to get a good sense of the stylings of Frost, Pegg, and Wright before you get into Hot Fuzz. If I ever did this again, the sophomore course would have Hot Fuzz on it. But yes, check out number 84 on our list, Shaun of the Dead.